Good Monday morning, everyone. What is happening? I just got off a plane. I'm a little weary from the weekend. What's going on? You have reached the eBay versus Amazon show. I'm Jason T. Smith, eBay influencer. This is my boy on the East Coast, Chris Green. What's happening, Chris?
Represent East Coast for the FBA rap battle and beyond. Maybe we should do a eBay versus Amazon rap battle because we do have East Coast versus West Coast.
Yes, that's right.
I don't know. Can you rap? Can you lay down the beat and the bars, or
well,
you
I know
more of a punk rock?
No. I know where the beat is. It was funny because we were in a bar in San Jose that there was some dancing going on, and boy, white girls could not find the beat. So I was like, "Come on, follow me. Here we go." And one, and two, and three. So yeah, I could probably drop some rhymes. I don't know. I would not be skilled at off the cuff. I'm not Jay-Z, but yeah, you give me. I write down my rhymes. I can flow. Good morning, everyone. All right, so it happened to be that Chris and I were at two events this week. His event centered around Amazon, mine around eBay. And so that's a good topic for today. Let's talk about the event. And I want to point out, if you look right down here, I have a picture with Pierre Omidyar, the founder of eBay, and Devin Wenig, the CEO of eBay. Pierre was the surprise guest at the eBay We Are 20 event, and one hell of a surprise guest, let me tell you.
Dude, that's crazy. That guy's like the man.
He is. And there wasn't even a buzz. There wasn't like, oh, maybe Pierre's walking out. They were doing the deal where Devin came out and gave us like a keynote, and it was very much a Steve Jobs, here's the new Apple product keynote, just minus the turtleneck. And then they had a couple other execs come up and talk about the changes that are coming, the brand as a whole globally. And then they were like, we got a little special guest. And my wildest thoughts, I didn't think it'd be Pierre. Even though he's still on the board, he kind of lives off the grid in Kauai, and he likes to give his money away. And so he doesn't, and he's not a huge fan of social interaction in terms of crowds of 2,000. And he got a little wigged out when we were all taking pictures. But I was able to connect with him, which is what anytime you get a chance to meet someone of that stature, if you can find that moment to connect without being a long-winded blowhard, they'll remember you. Now, I tend not to be forgettable anyway, but when Pierre founded eBay and made a ton of money, he built a house straight up the street. Like, I am looking out my window where his house is. And so we're kind of neighbors in the sense of a couple miles apart, but off the same major road. So I said, hey, Pierre, we still neighbors? And he's like, where do you live? I'm like, oh, Windmill and Eastern. And he goes, oh, no, I fully have left Henderson. I'm fully in Hawaii now. But so we talked for a few seconds. We actually had a quality 20-second conversation. And in those situations, that's all you can actually hope for. But you should do it. Don't just say, can I have your picture, and then walk away. Make an impact. You never know that's going to come back someday to you.
Well, and you did it right. You created context. You didn't go all fanboy style. You had something relatable. People need to think ahead for some of these things. And not just like freak out, geek out. A lot of people out there, we all have limited time, and we want to help as many people as we can. I'm sure he wanted to meet and say hi to as many people as possible, and I saw a lot of selfies with him on Facebook. It was kind of hard to keep up because we were at an event in Louisville, the CES event, and I didn't realize that the events kind of fell on top of each other. I knew they were kind of close to each other, and yes, it was tough keeping up with two events at the same time. So I was super excited to hear what eBay had, because it sounds like eBay's got a lot of new stuff, a lot of fourth quarter things going on. Where the conference I was at was, people ask me all the time, which conferences should I go to? What's this conference like? And they're all kind of different, right? There's some that are focused for eBay, some that are focused for Amazon. CES, if I had to describe it, is focused on not necessarily stay at home, but maybe a lot of smaller beginning sellers. But not just sellers, entrepreneurs, and that's the cool part, because you're going to meet a whole bunch of different people, have a whole bunch of different backgrounds, with a whole bunch of different ideas. That can be very refreshing from going to an Amazon conference where all we talk about is Amazon and this and that and repricing and Seller Central and yeah. It can be a little repetitive, and it can be fun to talk about all these different business ideas, because the tagline of our show, whether it's official or not, is we don't care what you buy, we don't care what you sell, we don't really care where you sell, but if we can help you make money selling products, we are happy to do so. This steps back even further, all kinds of entrepreneur ideas. Talking about like going to local businesses and building them websites. There are so many different things you can do to make money if you know how to put the pieces together. So for that sense, CES is a great place. You'll meet a lot of cool people. You'll have a great time. All the sessions are recorded, right? So whenever you go to a conference, check to see if they're recorded, because if they are, I highly recommend hanging out with the other sellers who are maybe getting coffee. You can stay out as late as you want because you can sleep in as much as you want because those morning sessions are recorded, right? Don't go to bed early and miss out on 6 hours of networking just so you can go listen to a speaker like me. Hey, I'm speaking from me, right? If you don't wake up early to see me, stay up late and network and watch me here on Google or on YouTube, and you'll get best of both worlds. So I'm guessing we're gonna have more interesting stuff to talk about from eBay 20. I hate to give it to you kind of at the beginning, but I am excited to hear what eBay 20 has in store, because you want to hear some bad news. People are worried about Amazon suspensions. All the Amazon sellers, they're worried they're going to lose their account. They're worried about some robot line of code that finds some kind of glitch that they didn't even know they were doing wrong, suspending their account to an understaffed center that doesn't get back as fast as they want to or promise or should. And it's going to cause a lot of sellers to say, I still have stuff to sell. I know demand's out there. I might be giving eBay a second look.
So I so agree with you, because they had breakout sessions the second day, and it was in little rooms, and they were talking about the new returns process, the new seller hub. And when I found out they were going to be recorded, that we could watch at any time, I'm like, okay, there's no point in going to any of those classes unless you were so new that you were going to need to ask some live questions. That's the only time I would say, if you need to go to a session that you need to interact and get a response, then go. Other than that, they had this area called the lounge, and that's where, I don't know, 200 eBay employees were to help you, and there was all levels. There was the newest employees and people that can make decisions and change policy. And so I sought out those people, and I knew about half of them. They were my friends already, and I met the other half through various reasons. So here, I'm going to share a couple pictures with you here. So this was, I did a little pan of the whole main room, and there was about 2,000 of us. I want my screen share work. This happened the other day. I guess I'm not showing pictures right now. I don't know what. It wouldn't let me screen share last week too. Crap. All right, hang on. I got the alternative.
I'll screen share it.
I got the alternative. I'll screen share by holding my phone. All right, there we go. But they put about 2,000 of us in the room, and this giant video wall that would just blow you away, and everything was kind of sexy and just ultimately fun. There we go. So there's the room, left to right. And then they had, they ran this awesome commercial. I mean, I think it's a commercial. They're just showing people buying stuff around the world for different reasons. And they showed like a monk in Tibet buying Saturday Night Fever soundtrack on vinyl. I mean, just, they showed how they connect, you can connect the world by selling online, which of course goes beyond eBay and Amazon. So here's the figure. The figure for global opportunity of selling things on any platform, any retailer, me, you, Walmart, Amazon, eBay, whatever, it is $14 trillion.
That's a lot of dollars.
That is a lot of zeros. So if you are not globally selling, you are missing out on that piece of the pie. And that's a huge piece of pie.
Well, that's what Amazon helps us. Amazon and eBay help us do, right? Breaking it down. They're marketplaces. They attract the trust of the customer, the global customer. Maybe we should start calling it the global customer all the time. They can attract the global customer so that we can sell our products to them. We don't have to reach the guy in Singapore, in Africa, in Russia, somewhere in Europe. eBay will reach them for us, and we can sell our products to them. And the post office, DHL, UPS, and FedEx will ship our stuff to them anywhere in the world. And yeah, the opportunity is incredible, and we can reach them. These are things we could not do by ourselves. eBay's helping us do it. I can dig it, man. I like trillion.
So I'll throw this out to the chat, and I'll give it a few seconds. What was the first thing sold on eBay? And then there's a follow-up. There's a reason I'm asking. Don't say nothing, Chris. This is for our chat. What's the first thing sold on eBay? And if you were there, please don't answer. You know what I'm about to talk about. So I just want to see if anybody who was not at the event, and while we're waiting for a few to pop in with the answers,
Mark C.
Mark C. No, but Mark C was wrong. Diane was correct.
Oh, Diane was more descriptive.
Yes. Okay. So the craziest thing, so Pierre's talking, and, they talked about the broken laser pointer. Pierre wanted to build a marketplace where we all could come together, and he had a vision worldwide. And what's funny, I'll get to the broken laser pointer in a quick second, but what's funny is Pierre had this vision. People who, like a Steve Jobs or a Pierre Omidyar, have this vision and it works out, you're like, they're the man. But at that time, he had talked about, somebody had said, I wonder if we could sell a car on eBay. And he said, no one's ever going to buy a car online. So he had this big vision, but then within that vision, he had a small, not vision. And now it's like, next time you talk, I'll find the number. It's like one car gets sold every 4 minutes or 7 seconds or some shit. It's crazy. So he couldn't see that, but he could see selling online. All right, so he sold the broken laser pointer, and he happened to bring up, he goes, I wonder where that dude is nowadays. And this was so not set up because Pierre's not that kind of guy to set up stuff like this. Devin goes, well, I'm glad you asked. And they played a video. And the video was they tracked down the guy who bought the laser pointer. He's an old dude. And here he is. I forget the gentleman's name. But they sent a crew out. He lives on, the water up in Maine or someplace. And he said he was a traveling salesman. He thought a laser pointer, because that was awesome technology at the time, could be kind of cool because he could point at things without having to move. And the laser pointers were like $100 or something crazy back then. And his boss was like, no way, I'm not buying a $100 laser pointer. And the guy is like, I'm tech savvy and fixing things like that. And I found this website. It wasn't eBay at the time. It was called Auction Web. And I found the broken laser pointer, and I bought it. He's like, I can fix that. So he fixed that and uses it. And in the video, he goes, see, I still use it. And it's in his pocket. Wow. And it didn't make it in time, but the laser pointer was coming back, and Devin was presented to Pierre. So the laser pointer is coming back to Pierre as a little, see what you built with this broken thing. And that guy was so cool. I really hope that video and the opening video showing people shopping all over the world, I hope those are going to be used where anyone can see them. I'm not sure. Sometimes, they just make videos for the event you're at. I'm not sure that's going to be. But it touches you because this is what we do for a living, and it shows the other end because a lot of us sit in our office, in our house, and you never see the other end, really. But to see your products all around the world and to see the story of the guy who brought the broken laser pointer, because of him, I'm here today selling on eBay kind of thing. It's pretty amazing. They didn't shortchange us at all. It was that kind of an event that you leave and you're just like, I wish there was more. It was awesome.
Wait, did you guys do 3 days? How long was your
2 days.
2 whole days.
Yep. Somebody said the big hug mug. No, the big hug mug wasn't around in '95.
I've heard it all. The broken laser pointer, the most expensive thing, all the eBay stuff. This was an invitation-only event, right?
Well, not kind of. So I was flown up as one of the 15 eBay influencers. So what they were looking for is people like me who had a large presence online, who use social media, and there was a couple other criteria, but the big one was putting out accurate content. No bullshit. And also, they kind of look for people like me who are cheerleaders for the brand, but not just blind cheerleaders. Like, I was on a panel, and I mentioned something that was very, very broken at eBay, and I heard later that I got to thank you for saying that because that should be used as good fuel to actually help fix what I was talking about. And I didn't think of it at the time, but like, oh, was I just a dick there? They flew me out, and I'm telling them what they're doing wrong, but I did it in a way where I go, it could be better, and here's how you make it better. And so actually, I got thanked for saying what I said out loud, and I didn't think of it bad at the time. I'm like, oops. But so they brought us 15 out because they knew that we would then come back and tell you and you and you and you and you. And I'm doing 4 shows this week to talk about it. I'll share different pictures on each show. And they asked us about the events. And I said, here's where I think whoever decided to stop events, here's where they didn't realize. Some bean counter did not realize. It is not the energy in the room at the event. It's the energy that goes out to the world. I left so jazzed, I put out to my friends, like, who has a show? Let's do this. So you and I will start today, and then Dwayne and Jay are doing combo shows on Wednesday so I can go out to their audience, and then my show on Thursday and another show on Friday, and I'm still jazzed. Like, it's been 3 days, it sank in. And we haven't even got to the changes yet, but just the energy and how eBay feels about their sellers was insane, just insane. I mean, just awesome. And that's where I think I can drop the mic 10 out of 10 times for eBay over Amazon, because I don't know one dude's name at Amazon. I am friends with the CEO of eBay.
Well, just because you don't know anybody at Amazon doesn't mean I don't.
Right, but they don't have events where they come and they thank you for your business, and you can meet employees at all levels. Am I right or am I wrong on that?
That's not Amazon's, not how they roll. No, you can get in front of them, though. Barrington McIntosh is here.
What up, Barrington?
Barrington's a man, dude. Now, he was at CES. It was always good to see him. And, yeah, he was like the highlight of the second day. So, did they give you like kind of a vision for the fourth quarter? So anybody that's like selling on Amazon what would make them give eBay a second look heading in? Because here we are. Everybody's listening. I keep wanting to say it's August because I really wish it was still August. It is September, guys, which means fourth quarter starts next month. It is the third. We are heading into the fourth quarter. What would get Amazon sellers excited about eBay starting next month?
Well, shoot. I swear I took this picture. Man. So I forget the exact name of the campaign, but it's like biggest wishes, build your wishes, blah, blah, blah. But eBay realizes that they have done okay at promoting fourth quarter and getting the word out there, but they haven't done great. So they've got a major Mac Daddy campaign, like fulfill your wish. So basically what they're saying is whatever on your Christmas list, you can get on eBay, or have your mom and dad get on eBay. And right. So the push starts November 1st, or right after Halloween's over. The push starts, and then it just like Godzilla stomping the ground right at Thanksgiving and on. That's when it's like it goes from here to here. And then they realize, like I realize, and I know you realize, and most people watching us realize, and if you're new, you might not realize, the season is not over at Christmas, because there's a whole new season after Christmas. Everyone who got money for Christmas or Hanukkah, everyone who got gift cards for Christmas or Hanukkah or Kwanzaa, they want to shop. They want to return the crap they didn't like to get the stuff they really want. So eBay realizes that, so that push goes on into January too. So they're going to help us on that last part of the Christmas season, keep January rolling. So, when they showed us that, we were like, yay, that is awesome.
Yeah, I can see that. Because that's me, dude. If I don't get what I want for Christmas, I just go buy it myself. Right? Amazon gift cards are becoming very popular. And I'll give everybody a little secret hint. If you get a gift card, like a Visa gift card, typically those things will decline in value eventually. First thing you do when you get a Visa gift card is you go buy an Amazon gift card, because they never expire. Just apply it to your account, and you'll be fine. I don't know if you can do that with eBay or PayPal gift cards, but
yeah, I don't know. Funny, I was thinking about that, because it is nice. This is where you can drop the mic all day. When you get your Amazon gift card, you just load it into your thing, and then you got to worry about it.
Yep, it's there until you need it. But I can dig it.
But here's the thing, that the event was not expensive to attend. If you got an early bird, it was like $65 for 2 days, and that included a party and food, breakfast and lunch for 2 days. Lunch and then breakfast and lunch, and then dinner at the party, and then it changed to $95. And I didn't hear anybody complaining too expensive, but somebody said, "Oh, I was close. I didn't make it." When you got there, in your goodie bag was a $100 eBay gift card. They
Dude,
basically said, "Here's a free party. Here's a
I think
free
it's free.
event. Here's a free event where you can meet the founder of eBay. You can get a party with a rock star who's got a song on the charts right now. You can drink all the free rum you can drink in 2.5 hours, and it ain't crap. It's all good stuff. You want a caricature? We got that. You want it painted, or you want it on an iPad? We got both those things. You want contortionists? We got that. You want two bands? We got that. You want food for days? We got that." It was free, essentially free. And eBay did a new program where they wanted you to sign up, and you'd be one of the first to use it. And if you signed up, they gave you a $20 gift card. You made money going to this event.
Dude,
nothing.
I should have come to this event.
Yeah, I know.
I didn't make any money at my event. We did this is how we did dinner, right? Everybody got custom bourbon tasting mats for a bourbon tasting at a very high-end restaurant that we went to. So I'll throw that out there as a minor self-promotion. If I ever offer up a private dinner at a conference, take me up on it. It's worth every penny. We had 36 sellers, and it wasn't a cheap event. It wasn't. Dude, I would love to go to eBay event because that's the eBay live in or on location, whatever it was in Philly, was what, $65, and we got a Gary V keynote, dinner and drinks. And that was good, right? Like, and then there were just 2 more days of more free stuff. So eBay should start charging more, because not like people aren't going to go.
It's never about the money. It's about getting people to commit. You know that, because if you say, "Hey, it's just free," 10,000 people say they're coming, and then you got like 400 show up.
Sure.
So people have to pay money, as little as it is. They commit a lot better. But eBay says, we don't ever really want to take advantage of our sellers, so here's $100. Here's $100 to spend on the platform. Plus, in the goodie bag was free packing tape and free water bottles. And then at the party, they gave out so much free goodies. I got these. Of course, these are way more impressive in the dark. So it's crazy blinking lights. So we were dancing maniacs with our little eBay glow sticks here. And do you know the singer Elle King? She has a song called X's and O's on the radio right now. Well, I'm asking you.
Radio? What's that?
Well, But she's, look her up. The song is awesome. She's Rob Schneider's daughter. You would never know it by looking at her. And she gets on stage, and I'm like, Elle King's our opening act? I'm like, that's a artist who's on the chart right now. And she killed it. And she was so sweet. We were talking to her afterwards, getting pictures. And she was a blast. And then the main act was actually a cover band, but it was like this 14-piece cover band. And, when they played Happy by Pharrell or Bruno Mars, they sounded exactly like him. Like 6 different people sang, whether it was a girl or a guy. And, man, we were partying. They had cameras filming everybody, the big cameras on the jib, so they're swinging down over the audience. And we were just dancing fools. And it was just, man, you leave in such an amazing mood that you want to share with the world. And you want to give your friend shit who maybe could have come, and they're like, like, you blew it. This was the best party eBay has ever thrown.
Dude, that's sick. Man, we got to wait another 20 years for the next party.
Well, I tell everyone who listens who would ever have influence, we got to do this again. Like, let's do it again when they're 21. eBay's legal. That should be the party.
Yeah. Dude, I can see that.
And you know what it felt like? When you watch, like, a Wolf of Wall Street or any of those types of movies that talked about excess in the 80s, and they would show the parties, and they were just off the chain. I said to my one friend who was an eBay employee, I go, all we need is a mound of blow and some hookers, and we've got, like, an off-the-hook 80s party. And he's like, no, we don't. I'm like, no, what I'm saying is it seemed that just crazy. Hey, why are you whining? Daddy's on the TV right now. Relax. But they had, I don't know if you've ever seen it, the guy that paints kind of like by throwing the paint on this giant canvas, and you don't know who he's doing, and then right before he's done, he tilts it like 90 degrees. Like, holy shit, it's Bob Marley or Jimi Hendrix. So that guy was doing those. He's been on tons of shows, and when he does Hendrix and Marilyn Monroe, he's done it a million times, so he can do that without thinking. He did Pierre Omidyar. one and only time ever, it looked just like Pierre. It was insane. And they had like contortionists, and it was nuts. It was nuts. Hey, dogs, kids, shut up. Dad's working.
Dude, in the middle of this, Apple releases a new iPhone, right?
Yeah.
Like, it is tough to keep up with what is going on. So if anybody doesn't know what's going on, there is another event coming up. So if everything you're going to hear online in the groups, people posting and sharing pictures all over Facebook, there's another event coming up, and it should be a really good event if you're in the eBay and Amazon world. If you're just a regular online entrepreneur, you're going to benefit as well. And you can go to Ecom Chicago to find out more information about it. It's what, the 17th and 16th and 17th?
Yeah. And I will definitely be sharing more of this, live and in person. I will be doing my YouTube presentation with pictures, since obviously they're failing me right now. But just to show you, so there's Pierre. He's got that little swatch of white in the front of his hair. And then this is the guy's interpretation of him. I mean, it's nuts.
Wow.
Like, you'd walk past that picture and go, yeah, it's Pierre. And it was crazy.
That's impressive.
And we'll definitely be talking about this in Chicago, because, we haven't even talked about the changes yet. I'm so still jazzed about the party atmosphere that we haven't talked about how eBay said, you know what, sellers? We heard you. We're fixing some shit, and we all like it. So I was, teasing it, 2 weeks ago. If you don't like the changes, let's talk about it. So, hey, chat room, I'm going to give you kind of the quick bottom line. But here's the two major changes, the two major ones. The only thing that will count for a defect, the only thing, negatives don't count anymore, neutrals don't count anymore, communication doesn't count anymore somewhat. Don't cancel your order, and if your customer has a problem, talk to them. If you can't do those two things, you shouldn't be selling online.
You need to get out.
That's it. Two things. Don't cancel orders. Have the shit you say you're selling. And if the customer does have a problem, talk to them and resolve it. If eBay has to step in, defect. If you have to cancel an order, defect. That's the only two things that will count as a defect to you. No more arbitrary stuff. If you cancel, that ain't arbitrary. You screwed up. And if a customer tries to get in touch with you and you show no response back to them, now, will there be, over the time, some customer who's still going to say, nope, he's not helping me? Of course, we all have those customers, but they're few and far between. Very few and far between. And the other thing, they kind of changed shipping a little bit. If your shipping metric is good now, you're good. Here's the deal. If you are lucky enough to get an acceptance scan, my guy who picks up scans right at the door. We heard horror stories of people who don't. If you drop off, they'll scan right there. If you get an acceptance scan, your tracking metric is done, no matter how long it takes USPS to get it there.
Right, because you've done your job.
That's right. Now, if they don't get you an acceptance scan, if a scan shows up along the way within your time frame, you're still good. If there's no scan at all, and that happens from time to time, it's not common, but it does happen. If you get no scan at all, eBay will ask your customer, did you get your product in time? And they said it is about 95% accurate or 92% accurate, and that other 8 or 5% just guess. And they said when they guess, 80% of the time, they just guess yes. So it is a very small chance of you getting an inaccurate shipping metric. And the shipping metric is not a defect, but you need to keep it within your parameters to keep your top-rated seller discount. So those are the three things. Oh, do we have guests at your end, too?
We do have a guest. You want to say hi to everybody?
I look like I taught 3 classes. I'm a mess.
Say hi.
Okay, I'll say. Oh, there's the dog's there. Now I feel better.
Yeah, see, we have guests at both ends today.
All right.
Protein drink? Wow.
And some crazy. There's more at home, too.
Wow.
Sorry I'm late. I was up there watching the time.
No, it's fine.
Okay.
I'll come home after this.
So I'm looking in the chat, and there was actually people complaining. Ooh, that's what I had last night for dinner.
eBay gave you sushi?
No, we were in San Jose. We took my folks. We were in San Francisco. We took my folks to San Francisco. They've never been. But here's the difference between your sushi and my sushi. Here, watch. Oops.
Oh, I like those places where they come around on the little.
Yeah, mine come on boats, and the boats just cruise by. You just grab off whatever you want.
I could dig that.
Yeah, that's a lot of fun. But yeah, so with those two changes, and there's other changes, but those two, if you can't work in that world, you're really a shitty seller. That's the bottom line, really.
Well, dude, that's what the eBay and Amazon policy should do, is reward sellers who are working within the platform, right? And we've talked about this before. If you ever get the feeling that you're gaming the system, if you ever like, what if I do it like this? Can I get around? Can I go like this? No. The systems, the marketplaces are set up to reward sellers who follow their guidelines, right? The ones who put their pictures in this resolution and put their keywords here are going to show up better in search, right? Now, as soon as you try to game it, then you're just playing with fire because they're eventually going to catch on, right? So the policy should reward those sellers and conversely get rid of the sellers who don't. And sellers who don't, if you're listening, if you feel like you might be a seller that's kind of gaming the rules or trying to like manipulate things, just, I don't want to say fall in line like you need to be like a loyal soldier and don't be creative. There's times to be creative and innovative, and you know the difference between that and gaming the system. Okay? Putting borders on your gallery pictures 8 years ago, that was innovative. Now, they won't let you do it. So if you try to force them through, you're trying to game the system. You're trying to be under the radar. It is what it is. I'm not going to fault anybody for trying, right? There's the phrase, if you're not cheating, you're not trying. And I don't think that's the perfect way to say it, because it's not that we want to cheat, but if you're not trying new things or trying to be innovative or trying to do new things within the boundaries, right? Exploit in a good way. Stay within the boundaries and do what other people aren't doing, then you're not going to see a lot of those rewards that the first movers typically reap. So
there's two somewhat questions, and I'll answer both. I do have answers to both. What happens if the buyer initiates a claim without notifying the seller? So there's a whole new return flow, and it's awesome. They're going to make it super easy and simple. I think Amazon drops a mic every day. The returns are super simple. They're going to have a uniform return hub. There's going to be 11 choices, and when we were on the call to learn all this stuff before the week of being there, John Lawson said, man, 11's a lot of choices, and the person in charge said, we had 27. We've whittled it down to 11. But same thing, it's going to be just a normal flow. They can initiate it however they want, file a claim, but if you deal with it, then you're good. You're off the hook. Even if they return it, returns don't count against you. So it doesn't matter. But you just got to deal with it. But the return hub is going to be so much streamlined and simpler. And if you want to keep all your shit, your statuses, 30-day return policy. And don't complain. Customers want a longer return policy. I don't want to hear crying. If you go to MLBshop.com and buy a Cleveland Indians t-shirt, their return policy is 365 days. Okay? So we can give 30. Because let me tell you how many returns I get. I did 90 last Christmas. I got 0. But the customers feel good. And if we don't have customers, we ain't paying our bills. Got it? And then the other thing was...
No one wants to return anything, guys. No. Like, they really don't.
And the other thing was, love the changes, but we wish they would take effect sooner. Look, if it was me, Chris, and 10 other people, and we need to change something, yeah, it could be sooner. It is a round-the-world company, multi-billion dollars. When they put changes like this into effect, they can't just be like, okay, click, we're ready. It's a big to-do. And I think people forget that, and I think they forget it because we can have this direct contact with CEOs and founders really easily. So you all feel like we're all buddies, but it's a major undertaking. Apple just doesn't wing a new iPhone release. It's a lot of work. So they announce it, and then it comes out a little bit later. Same thing. They announce it today. You're starting to see some of the things. I'll tell you about those in a second. But the full-on changes come in February. And I get that, so I ain't hating on that. I mean, that's programming a giant platform. But speaking of programming, and I got my screen share to work. Yay! Here's one cool picture. So they showed us, and I didn't know this was coming, so I missed the before slide. They showed us a tablet, an Android, an iPhone, and a computer. And they showed eBay on all 4 of those things, and eBay looked radically different on all 4 of those things. This is the brand new eBay app. So if you bring it up on your tablet, Android, iPhone, or computer, everything looks the exact same. The flow is going to be the same. The look's going to be the same. And I know the online is still catching up a little bit, but they wanted to make it uniform because some people get confused. Like, I get that. Like, I'm pretty good moving from platform to platform with ease. But I get it. My mom and dad are 73. Sometimes they're like, where do I go now when they get to the app, you know? And so they made a concerted effort to make everything look exactly the same so you can move in and out from your device to device without any headaches.
Yeah, I like that.
Yeah.
And it's good for the buyer, too. So what did they talk about a percentage of eBay that is done on mobile?
They did. It is now, the purchasing is 57%.
Wow.
So the purchasing is 57%. And I think being one of their other, hellos, I'd like to come back to me now. There we go.
So sellers need to be mobile first in their pictures, descriptions, which, you know, correct me if I'm wrong, you need to have the best picture first. People know what it is, and your best keywords description first, because people aren't interested in reading a paragraph and scrolling to find what the description is. Just tell them what it is and show them what it is so they can make a decision on their itty-bitty little screen.
Yep. So 57% purchasing now, and I think the other statistic that they like to use is touched by mobile. So that means that the item was first researched on mobile, or first listed on mobile, and maybe finished on the computer, or bought on mobile. So at some point in that transaction, at any point, some part of it was mobile, is up to like 80% or 82%. So that's where the world's going. And Nadine asked, will the old defects count? You know, I think they might have said it, but I forget. But I'm pretty sure when this thing rolls out, I don't know if you get a clean slate, because especially if you're a problem. But once the new system's in place, it's got to be based on what's happening now. So I'll get that answer. I'll have to find out. So somebody, you know, Nadine, if you want to keep me in check and make sure I do that, and I will bring the answer next week, or I'll try to at least. I mean, I can't. If nobody will answer me, I can't promise, but I'll try and bring it. That I will promise.
All right, so do we want to talk any more about Chicago? I mean, or are there more chats?
Yeah.
I'm behind on the chat questions.
Yeah, let me show one thing, and I'll talk about one other new change. Now, I took a 3-minute and 10-second video, and this is the part where it kind of put it over the top for the event. So, can I get this wrong? There we go. So here, I'll get me on the screen. So they have what's called the cheer tunnel. They've done it at all eBay events in the past. So we got done with all the keynotes, and then we walked into down the hall, then into the ballroom for the party. And these are 2-3 deep eBay employees lined up on either side, clapping, high-fiving, applauding every seller there. And
You're not showing your screen.
Yeah, I am.
Are you? I don't see it. I see my logo.
I'm watching the feed, so I see. Does everybody else see it? Because I want.
Oh yeah, I see it now. Yeah.
Okay. So this they did in the past, and they were brought. It was brought up to do it again. And some of the new guard at eBay were like, "No, that's cheesy." And the old guard said, "No, trust me, this is what makes the event." And I didn't even think it was going to happen this time, because it does seem kind of an old thing. But man, as you walk down this, and eBay employees are cheering for you and clapping and high-fiving you, I saw eBay employees getting choked up and crying. I know my folks got choked up. And it is just, it's an amazing feeling that this is where I think eBay stands out above Amazon. You come out there and you're like, man, eBay loves me, and they get me, and they're helping me. And that's the feeling that I left with. And I was honored to be asked to be there. I would have been honored to be there. And it was just amazing. And then the 4 eBay color confetti cannons just shooting confetti everywhere. And they had so much confetti at the end of the band that my one friend was doing snow angels on the confetti. It was just insane. But it's like no other feeling. So we all sell alone at home for the most part. and then all suddenly you're with your colleagues, your peers, the people who are going to shape the next, eBay 4.0 for you. It's a special thing. And trust me, my video is a lot more smooth. Just sharing a video, I guess, it's a little herky-jerky, so I do apologize for those of you watching it, but I wanted you to see coming in to this ballroom. And this ballroom seems big when you walk in, but there's a whole side to the right that's where the caricature artists were. That's where like 7 of the 20 bars were. I mean, they had so many bars, 2,500 people, you never had to wait for a drink. Usually you go to an event, there's like 2 bars, like the line's forever. And not here.
I like it.
Yeah, I mean, they really did not spare any expense, and they went all out. And it was just so amazing. And then here's 2 of the contortionists and balloons everywhere. It was a special event that you left so excited to go home and sell. Telling us about the changes that we all needed, and then telling us about their big advertising push. It makes you want to go home and just start listing. Like, Chris, I gotta get off this show. I gotta list some stuff, man.
Dude, I'm thinking of going down and listening to some stuff today.
It makes you just so want to get into it. It's amazing. Now, the other thing I want to talk about real quick, and then we can talk about anything, is the new Seller Hub. Now, if you're a person who just sells and you just need to be able to list and sell and ship, you can still see it kind of the old school way. If you want analytics, if you want eBay to say, hey, we're going to help you with everything, they brought this. It's called Seller Hub, and they realized they were sitting on just mountains of data that some, if not all, eBay sellers could use to really make their eBay selling better. I thought I had a picture. I guess I don't. When you go to list an item, it's going to say, hey, the competitors of this item are using these keywords, and they're selling better based on this. And then when you go to look at your actives, it'll say, hey, Jay, these are your actives that aren't doing so well. They're not getting views. And right now, based on your title, your pictures, your listing strategies, you only got a 3% chance of this selling. But tell you what, if you do this, your percentage will go up incrementally based on better words, better return policy, all this stuff. It's giving you data for days. So you can OD on it, but it's giving you all the data that, like, if you subscribe to TerraPeak, the kind of data you look for, like, okay, blue underwear sells best on Tuesday at 8 p.m. That's the kind of stuff TerraPeak gives you. eBay's giving you that data. So when you go to list, let's say, I need to find if you go to list this Spice Girls Girl Power book, it'll show you the graph of, like, the last month. Okay, it sells this time of the day best on this day with these keywords, and look for the high points. It's going to help you list better based on that stuff. And there's tons more, but that's just kind of the tip of the iceberg. It's going to blow your mind.
Dude, everything's data driven. I mean, it sounds like they're kind of going a little Amazon, focused and related, because the Amazon seller reports that they give you tell you how much product you should send in, where your price needs to be if you want to sell a lot of product. Some buyers or some sellers don't always follow those guidelines, especially on collectible type of stuff. But Amazon will tell you, if you want this to sell, this is where you need to be on price. They know how many people look at the pages. They know how many people come to a page from another page, where they go afterwards, what they end up eventually buying. It's Amazon's a technology company, data company. They just also happen to sell stuff, and they also happen to let us sell stuff on their platform as well.
And the Seller Hub's for everyone. Doesn't cost anything. It's for everyone. And like I said, because like John Lawson brought up a good point. He goes, my mom's, I think he said 82, and she sells. He said all those numbers and graphs will just, she's like, I'm out of here. And eBay gets that. That's why you can just stay in the very simple eBay sell your item form. So if you're good in your lane, cool. If you're like Chris and I want to know my data. And it'll tell you where your traffic's coming from. Based on this, you're getting 80% of your traffic from Google and 20% from Bing. Like I said, they're giving you everything. If you can't be successful, you're either crummy at it or you just got the wrong products.
Hey, and sometimes the data will tell you that.
Yep.
I've had people. Someone was chatting with me just yesterday. I need help getting a repricer. Can you? And they were actually having like a little conflict with their significant other to be like, I want to get one and they don't. Can you help me convince them? And I'm like, no, I can't, because I need more information. A repricer is not going to magically help you. I don't know what you're selling. I don't know what you're priced at. I don't know what your listings look like, right? There could be a lot of other problems other than price. So you have to have all of the data. But if you have all of the data, thank you, Amazon and eBay, then you can make smart decisions, because most of this is data-driven, guys. Customers want something, they go on the internet to find it, and if yours is the best match for that buyer, they're going to buy it. And Amazon and eBay want to help you find that buyer as the seller. It should be seen as a relationship. They want to help you.
Sales on the mobile apps up to this point, or this year. Shoot, I should have taken notes too. I was taking pictures. $20 billion. Mobile apps available in 190 countries. Items listed on mobile. 1.2 billion items have been listed on mobile.
Wow.
That's some big numbers. Merchandise sold in 2014 on eBay was $83 billion. Sold outside the USA. Here's the key to those of you who don't ship internationally. 59% of everything was sold outside the USA. Overhead.
So international is now bigger than the USA.
Yep.
So if you want to more than double your potential market, let alone if it was just double, let alone if there's a 10% increase in your potential market that you should be selling internationally, now we are at the more than double. What is that? Quick math. It's almost 2.5 times. 2.5 times your market by opening up international shipping. And I got to tell you, I have shipped on eBay in the 90s and the early 2000s. I have cringed getting an international order because I don't want to wait in line at the post office and fill out customs forms and all that goes into it. Those days are gone. I get it, right? They are gone. There are some countries that, maybe you're still like, I'm not really looking forward to hoping the package arrives. But for the most part, the internet and technology has caught up with most of the developed world, and if you ship, it's going to get there. And you're going to have tracking all the way through, which means Amazon and eBay are going to back you up, even if the worst case scenario happens, which if it could happen, will happen to me. I guarantee it. My single eBay sales, my single eBay buys, my single uses of PayPal, I am the outlier that just catches every little piece of slack. And I was gonna dog on eBay and PayPal today until Jason reminded me that they are separate companies now. So my dislike of PayPal yesterday is not really related to the eBay versus Amazon show. But come on, PayPal, tell me why a balance payment is still held pending. How can that happen?
I got nothing for it.
I didn't even know that could happen. I could see on like an e-check, right? I could see like a bank, even a bank transfer. The money's not there yet. We're like, we're gonna. This was from a balance, right? There's a lot of money in this PayPal account buying an inexpensive item, and I went to see why it hasn't shipped, and maybe they got the money and they haven't shipped it because they're super slow. This is from a company, not from eBay, and it still says pending in PayPal from the balance. Right? I thought this was going to be the easiest thing ever. I stayed up late to order from the company and not try to snag this hard-to-find item from anywhere else. And here I am, 11 days later, and I still don't have my item. And, that's why I stay up late, because I want it early. I want the stuff no one else has. By the time everyone else has it, it's not going to be as cool. I'm close to canceling it.
You're like my wife. When she orders food, she's kind of picky, not super picky, and plus she's in training for a marathon, so she makes sure she's eating healthy. And she'll say like, we go to breakfast. Can I just get dry rye? I don't want any butter. And yet, inevitably, it always shows up with butter. She's just like the unluckiest order at a restaurant. You seem the unluckiest order online. I don't know what it is. You two are two peas in a pod. I do want to show 2 more pictures for this show.
I'll be right back.
Oh, see you, Chris.
Here we go.
So me and my gang were the hit of the party. I started a new Facebook group called the Thrifty Board. If you're not on it, come join us. We decided to rebrand, and we don't have admins. We have lifeguards, because if you are surfing the rough seas of e-commerce, sometimes you need to be rescued and helped, and that's what lifeguards are for. So I am the head lifeguard. I have the rest of my lifeguards, and then anybody else on the platform is an online surfer. So we had T-shirts made up, and there was a good gang of us wearing the T-shirts. So here's what the shirts look like. That's my mommy and daddy. They were at the event. They want to see their little baby talk. Yes, those nice-looking people birthed me. I know that's crazy for those of you who have never seen them. And this was our winning shot right here. And eBay absolutely loved that we came as a group wearing matching shirts. And we ended up on the eBay Instagram feed and the eBay for Business page, and they thought it was so cool that we all came together. You know, we had kind of like a single purpose to spread the word and help people, and we just had a blast. And so I did the shirts because I wanted to let people know I got something new going on. I want to bring people in, and not thinking that eBay would just be like. So they stopped us. We were interviewed. We were filmed because anytime eBay does an event, they will film tons of stuff. Most of it's for internal, but some of it ends up in other things. And so I know that the Thrifty Board T-shirts are all over the place. So it's pretty cool. On the left sleeve, it'll say established 2015, and I'll show you the back here real quick. Where's a nice back shot of us? All right, here we go. This is Teresa and I pretending to be peeing. So either be lifeguard, head lifeguard, or online surfer, and then our logo, the Thrifting Board on the surfboard. And of course, mine was in glitter. So what you missed, Chris, is our matching shirts were the hit of the eBay event. eBay loved every aspect of our shirts, and we ended up on their Instagram feed, the eBay for Business page, and they filmed us quite a bit wearing our matching shirts in the audience.
Dude, the branding has really grown on me. I will give you mad props for the brandability of the Thrifting Board, because you're a message board, and you're a surfboard, and you're a Hawaiian tiki guy, and you're a lifeguard to help people out who might be drowning. I mean, I think you hit a kind of a home run with this Thrifting Board brand, and I'm totally jealous.
Oh, thanks, brother.
I'm jealous of good ideas. I would love to be the monopoly of good ideas, because you got to admit, I have a lot of good ideas. Well, I take that back. I have a lot of ideas, some of which happen to be good, some of which are not. But I'm jealous of good ideas, but I also think it's awesome when other people come up with good ideas. Who do I know in Idaho? Do I know anybody in Idaho?
Well, and the best part was, on day 2, some people were still wearing them. I had to talk, and as much as I would like to promote myself in the panel I was on, I definitely wanted to dress. When I say nice, I mean nice for me. I had a nice button-down with sleeves, and the whole outfit kind of matched. So I didn't go crazy, but others were still wearing their shirt. And I had one of the heads of eBay Mobile approach me because I'm friends with one of the guys on her team, because him and I were talking, and she's like, tell me about these shirts. What are you? And I explained it to her, and I showed her, and man, if you've not been in the group lately, Chris.
I haven't.
We have all these great new ideas. So we have an ongoing thread. We call it the Tiki Hut. It's just for new sellers to hang out, because some people, they get into this, they're a little shy to speak, and we thought if we gave them one place to be, they could feel a little more open, and they were loving it. So I was showing that to her. She was like, man, you have got it going on. I love what you're doing with this. And she goes, you got any more T-shirts? Now she's wearing a nice, gorgeous, probably expensive dress, and I had one size too big for her. She threw it on, and she rocked it the rest of the day.
Wow.
So I knew I was onto something when, they're like, yeah, let me wear that. I'm gonna rock this shirt. I want to tell people about your group. I really like what you're doing.
Well, you're putting in the work. You can't have a show without a Gary V quote, and it was a little excerpt from a talk that he did where he's on a stage on a tall chair with someone else, and he looks at the audience. He says, I'm here because I outworked you. It's not that he feels he's special or smart or good looking or whatever works for some people to become celebrity status. He'll tell you straight up to your face that he believes he outworked you. And in the world of helping sellers, it's hard to find anyone who's outworking Jason T. Smith in terms of helping sellers succeed on the eBay platform. And when you do that long enough, when you put in the marathon and you're not just trying to sprint and put up a page or a forum or whatever it is, it gets noticed, and hard work gets rewarded, but there are no shortcuts. So I know you're super thrilled, But I'll tell you, it does not surprise me that you got this kind of reaction because you've been putting in the work. And I know you're not one to take a compliment, right? I know you don't like people talking nice about you, right? But this is, you are reaping what you've sowed. You know, you
Thanks,
have
buddy.
helped so many people for so long that even the big companies like eBay will notice. And guys, look, if you're looking at me and looking at Jason, looking at anyone out there, and you want influencer attention all the way up to the top of a CEO of a multi-billion-dollar, multinational global company like eBay, it is possible to get on their radar. And how do you do it? By helping other people. This is actually the easiest business to ever be in. And I'll even give a Jim Cockrum quote that he said at CES in Louisville last week. It's like he doesn't know if he's working or having fun or helping or relaxing or whatever, because it's all the same. He's sitting on the stage at CES. Is he working? Well, I guess. Is he having fun? Well, yeah, I'm doing that too. Am I helping other people? Well, yeah, they're all kind of together. So when your life is at a point where work and fun are kind of the same thing, it's a really nice place to be.
And I agree 100%. You know, this weekend was about this week was about networking. I was part of the whole procedure. I was on a panel, and like you said, we partied all night and we had fun and we networked. And when Devin first came to eBay, he's the now current CEO. He was the president. His first day at like eBay, once he left and went out into the world, was going to DC with me and the other sellers. So his first like official business was me and him talking to a senator, and he started, and he never met me, and you know he said his few things. He said, well, let's have our seller talk to you, and you know I brought my passion, and the one senator ended up changing his mind about the internet tax thing, and so I was doing what I was going to do anyway, but Devin never forgot that. So now a CEO of a major multi-billion-dollar company, when he sees me, knows me. He never owned a Hawaiian shirt. I sent him his first Hawaiian shirt because I wore mine to Congress under a suit. But he goes, I don't own one. I'm having a party. I'm like, I'm sending you a Hawaiian shirt. Give me your size. And I connected. I made a connection. And always, he's like, big guy, how's sales? How's the platform treating you? And that's just amazing to me. And it makes me warm and giddy. And like Chris said, I love helping people. So I'm going to do one shameless plug right now beyond the other ones. Here's the group. If you've not joined, come join us. And we had a ton of eBay employees join this week because they want to be part of the fun. And you know, we got pug lifeguards too. We got it all. We got pugs. We got we got rum. We got tiki bars. It is awesome, and it's one-stop shop. The group is for everything from soup to nuts. So shipping and selling and bolos and how to sell my stuff better. And you know, we've taken the theme so far that you know, we had a little chat for the admins, like all groups who have people who run it. It was called the admin chat, and now it's called the lifeguard pool. And where we meet is the lifeguard locker room to discuss upcoming things and our little another group. So, you know, we took the theme, we ran all the way with it, and people are loving it.
Did you see that there was a sponsored ad on the side of your Facebook group from eBay.com?
Yep. And those were the plates I bought from an eBay executive who was on stage telling us how the new programs are going to work. And I'm like, I'm going to endear myself to her, and I'm going to buy something from her store. So I bought something while she was talking. I sent a little message, and she knows me a little bit. I said, hey, great job in this event. I had to buy something while you're up there, so I bought 2 sets of these princess plates. So I was talking to her. She goes, do you really want them? I go, yeah, that's Aurora, and my niece is named after Aurora, so I will send them over to my mom's house. My mom watches my nieces twice a week, and so for a couple of weeks they can have lunch off little princess plates. I figured out a connection.
It's actually kind of easy. If you want to get on someone's radar, just kind of do it, guys. If you want to get on either of our radars, message us on Facebook, join our groups, and here's the actual way. Provide value. Bring value to our groups, and guess what? As the admins, we're going to notice it. We're going to appreciate anyone who brings value and answers questions and helps out not just our users, they're the sellers out there. So we are happy for anybody who wants to join us in our mission to help people make money online. For this show, we're talking selling on eBay and Amazon, but if you're doing anything else to make money online, we'd be happy to connect with you as well. And Jay, we're at the top of the hour. This is the fastest hour in e-commerce. I think we should take that name as well. I don't know if anyone else is using it, but we're taking that as well. The fastest hour. Guys, we can't post links over in the chat, but you guys know where to find us. We'll put the links in the description below if you're watching this replay on YouTube. Please like and subscribe below, and click on the links. Share them with your friends. If you think anybody in your circle, your network, your friends, your family would benefit, would learn something from watching our show, we'd appreciate any sharing or posting that you can give us. And like I said, if you're looking to get on our radar, just message us, guys. We are probably two of the most accessible people in the world of e-commerce. At least right now we are. If we get to the point where the numbers get us and we can't answer 1,000 messages a day, well, we will still try as hard as we can to help you. But hit us up now. We are accessible, I promise. Barrington, good to see you, homie.
Thanks everyone who tuned in. We had a nice big show today. I will be doing. I will be having the same conversations 3 times this week, but I will be bringing something a little bit extra to each one. Some people are going to tune in, and I want you to hear the same conversation. I'll be sharing other pictures, and I'll be pulling out some more facts and details. So if you do want to see me talk 3 more times this week online, you will get to learn new stuff and a little more details to help you build your business. So I will post the links in my group and Chris's group and Scanner Monkey and my wall. So, if you can't find it, you're not paying attention. I'll put it that way.
Fair enough. Fair enough. All right. Thanks so much, guys. We'll see you soon.
Bye, everyone. Have a great day.